think the fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Running to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Wants to throw on second down. Finds a man on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown!
Turned on the girl. Oh, you went through her to talk to her by the vein.
Explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Dante, you need to come over by 50.
And it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring.
Ain't no fool, buddy. So you need to come over. Well, you got 25. You need to come over with 50.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start.
That's what I thought. That's the first thing I thought. Like, gee, why you want to go around it?
First down for this offense. Movement here from the tight end.
Coach gone now, Coach ain't studying. Coach at the camp. You over there with the white folks gonna pay it.
Find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
And the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, fall on the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Get up there running your foul.
Is so much about emotion and momentum.
But you ain't got nowhere to say.
Parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Oh, I don't be getting about people.
Drag down
How you down the motherfucker and you gotta live there. And it's your daughter. That's double trouble for you.
On the ground, it's Hawkins.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Yeah, that is.
Halfway there on first
I
down.
believe that ain't clean up. It didn't look like.
Trying to seal the
Hey,
edge.
2 bit on, and they ain't never outside. Yeah, shit. Okay, be clean.
And the dogs hunkering down to pick up
Unless y'all just some neat freak motherfucker. Somebody in there can't stand it. Now all of y'all asses in there, and most of y'all girl, all of y'all girl but one, that motherfucker should never do that. To be honest.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first
See,
down.
yeah, I can see a house full of boys running around that motherfucker. You got girl.
Run now to throw. Gonna try to get it himself.
That motherfucker should be
He's
spotted.
down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked
You
up
don't
a
teach
few
them that
yards.
now. Yeah, they, like you said, they don't know how to clean.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride.
I knew that day we went over there to work on that tile while I went over there when Brooke was over there. Yeah, it was so dirty right there outside, right there, and in that car. I said, nah, I know they got it. I knew Brooke knew, so I knew they wouldn't be.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Looking to throw, it's McMahon. They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen, calmer. Now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They try to get it outside on the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, they go with the toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's McMahon. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going up top on first down. Gets rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score now 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the ground with the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They're going to ride this running back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. On the ground, it's Hawkins. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Dropping back, it's McMahon. They've got the screen set up. Discards a man. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs.
Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows.
He's got it down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
At the 35, he's got room. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Jet sweep to the receiver. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Now he's looking to throw it. Coming after it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Back to pass, it's McMahon. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They move the tight end all over. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. They'll try it on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play four-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
It's reverse. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking downfield, it's McMahon. Getting some heat. Took a shot as he threw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama!
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to take off. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
This offense has been money on 4th down here in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
They believe they can run right here. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Oh, it's a reverse. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown tie.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to run it back. Why in the world did he not take a knee? He's down at the 3-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Gonna run it. It's Hawkins. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. Georgia going up tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Offensively, you're going to take 4-6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient. Staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
They run the reverse. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
From the gun, the ground game. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Spits it out to the back. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Now, a 4th down.
facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They'll give it to the back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
To the air, it's McMahon. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to be ready to execute in the red zone.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
Okay, ready? It's still third and goal. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 49, Georgia 14.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Back to throw, it's McMahon. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oklahoma State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Stillwater for a long time. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the left side. On the move at the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. These corners backing off a bit. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Wants to throw. It's McMahon. Got out of trouble and throws. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Across the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill. And the defense wasn't able to get it done.
Got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Come on, quarterback. You need to be better in that situation. First and goal scenario, you're not taking a sack. You got to throw that ball away if no one's open.
He's back to throw on second down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
29 Philly.
To throw, it's McMahon. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Keeps the legs moving. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Georgia going up tempo. On third and short, the power run here. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
To the air on first down. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bama! How about that D coming up with a play like that? That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Offense in a bunch formation. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
They'll go right back to the run. Oh, they knock it free. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he's thrown another interception. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
On second down, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown and the blowout.
Number 15.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Georgia, 21.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one...
And that's a live ball behind the line. No, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats.
Gorilla, Gorilla. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback will audible. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the